Love is
Hello
possible.
and good evening. You are with Ed in Zips the Life at IntellectualRadio.com, and we are so happy to be here this evening. I wasn't here last evening. I was a little under the weather, so I hadn't been in since my concert. And my concert was wonderful, I must say.
You're
It turned
recovering
out.
from a successful concert.
Yeah. It was, and I was so excited because our producer, Earl Winfrey and Wanda B, they were there, and it was such a joy to for them to come and be a part of such a great evening. And I just want to say thank you for all of the continued love and support. I have so many people that follow me, and I really, really appreciate that. And the theater, people need to know that Kennedy King has a wonderful, wonderful venue. It is really, like I said before, and we have to kind of stop. Uh, um,
Oh, you talking about getting the wrong impressions?
but that's not stereotyping
Stereotype.
areas and all of that because that area has truly, truly come up. And then you should know me well enough to know I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to have you coming just anywhere. But yeah, the area has really come up. And like I said before, we have problems happening on even North Michigan Avenue now. Women getting their purses snatched. I mean, on the Gold Coast. And, it's just problems, really everywhere. And I think that's just the world that we happen to live in now. So I don't want you to, really get caught up in that because that's one of the things that we got to kind of consider and think about. Because if we go by some of that, we would never go anywhere because that's the way the world is nowadays. But anyway, the show was good. I want to give a great, great shout out to Mr. Reggie Foster Jr., who plays
Reggie.
my favorite instrument. Him and Multi Jewel on keyboards, and then Jason Anderson on keyboards, and we had Garrett Body on
The
bass,
body on
who's
base.
played with me before, dynamic, as well as Jason Anderson, and then we had Jason Grant on drums, who was just phenomenal. He was with WGN with me that Wednesday before the he's phenomenal, phenomenal drummer. I was very, very grateful to have him be a part of my evening. He made it well. And then Victor Garrity, I think I'm pronouncing it right,
On
but
guitar.
he smoked that
Young
guitar.
man was
Ed said
smoking.
it was like he was almost like what did you say? He sounded like on my Love Is Possible. Sound a little bit like come on, make your brain work.
Oh, you talking about the Funkadelics?
Oh, Ed,
No.
no, baby.
Who do you he
The
remind me of?
guitar
He remind
player.
me of Earth, Wind and Fire. You remember the guitar player on that piece? It was smoking. And Jimi Hendrix.
Ed.
That boy is rough.
Santana. Santana.
Well, that him
That's the
too.
no, that's the
Him
one.
too.
That's the
Him.
first one you said. I'm talking about when he played on Love Is Possible because it's
Oh,
got that kind of style to it.
Calypso that beat.
Yeah, Calypso. He was great. He was
Yeah.
great. And then so all the musicians were just they was on point. They really were. And I just they was
The
good. They were
sound and the
excellent.
acoustics in the room was
Well,
absolutely
that was
superb.
because, well, yeah, but that had a lot to do with Vic.
Yeah, Vic.
Victor
Our
is
sound
Victor
man.
Harris. He's the sound man of a lot of artists. He brings it. He brings it. So thanks, Victor, for a wonderful sound. And then always, always, I love me some Landis.
Yes.
Landis knows what to do with my face,
Huh?
and I truly adore him. I really do.
Landis of
His
Landis Cosmetics.
Yeah, he's just wonderful. His spirit is always good. He always keeps you if you're feeling tired or you're feeling down, when he finishes with you, you're going to feel 1,000% better.
He brings
So,
out the
because
best in you.
he really does, because it had been a long, long
They-
couple of weeks. But he came through for me for WGN and then turned around and did it again for me at my concert. So I just love Landis. And that's what you look at, and that's what goes right back to you know friendship, and he's really become also a friend, and just wonderful. It's just nothing like having people that you can relate to, that you have someone that you can talk to, that you can just love on because they are just there when you need them. And I just think that is just so important, and that's just something that Ed and I always talk about, is making that connect. And that is really, hey. So, Reggie and Multi Jewel, thank you so much for the wonderful, wonderful music that you put into Love is Possible. And if you haven't gotten it, I even made a post, I think it was yesterday, that I'm going to link you up. I'm just waiting on my CD Baby and Amazon. I'm going to be on iTunes. So you will definitely be able to go on and download. But you can also call Wilder Belt at 312-399-6256 for
One more
to
time.
get
Give a
contact.
number. Give a number again.
312-399-6256. And you can always touch bases and say, I'm interested in getting Zemrah CD. We will mail it to you, whatever you'd like. We're there.
But you got to get the
You
CD.
got to
If
get
you
it.
are grown and sexy, you need to get this CD.
It's new urban music,
Now it's new
urban jazz.
jazz for grown folks. You'll love it.
Yeah,
You got
love
to
is
get a copy
possible.
in your library. You have to get a copy. Show it to
Love
them.
is possible, CD. Love is possible, and the subtitle, it is.
You know it is.
Yeah. So Ed, tell us a little bit about what you got out of that evening of Love is Possible.
I got exhausted.
You
I was
so wow.
sister worker brother like a Hebrew
What do you
slave,
won't
man.
do?
I'm
Do for
telling you,
love.
it worked
I
me.
tried
But
everything.
with all the fear and all the anxiety went into trying to put this together in a very short period of time, we did it, and it came out absolutely gorgeous. It was a great show. Everybody enjoyed themselves. They're still talking about it. So whatever you can do, you got to, as soon as you can get your hands on the copy, get a copy to see it, keep it in your car, play it. And the good thing about it, this type of music, you don't get tired of listening to it. You play something once or twice and you don't want to hear it anymore. You've got to lay it down for a while. You can take this CD and play it over and over again. There's something on there for everybody. Uh,
Are you sure you're not being partial?
uh, yeah, I'm being partial, but I'm also being factual. So I'm just telling you the truth. But if you don't believe me, get a copy and play it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And you'll be calling me and telling me, "Hey, you're right. You're right. I can listen to this all day.
Yeah,
This is
we
good."
have gotten some great feedback, and that's a good thing. Now let me ask you this: what is your favorite on there?
My Mister.
Now, why is that? Because you're my
That's
mister.
my Mister. That was for me. Brothers don't get stuff for themselves all the time. This is for me. I'm her Mister. And that song was written, but I tried to say it just for me. So
No, it's
therefore,
for the mister in your life. Like
all the
that was
misters
one
in
of
your life.
the songs that Pamela Wilkes wrote the lyrics to. I put the music to it, and
The Mister.
she says that's a woman talking to her man.
Yeah, it's like, if you can't say these things to your man and believe it, then you need to get you another man.
And love is possible. I wrote that
Yes, you did.
because I know that love is possible. Even when you think that love might not be possible, it's possible. But you
No,
got to believe that it is.
no, but love is ever present. We just have to bring it out again
That's
and,
right.
and not be ashamed of it and and practice it more often.
Yeah,
Because that what goes from the heart comes to the heart.
that's
So
right.
therefore, if you practice and put out what you're looking for, it's looking for you.
That's right. It
So
says don't give up, don't doubt. You can win.
that's right.
Yeah, but you gotta leave that. So I say to all of those that are might be single, that love is possible. And the main thing is you have to know that it is. You have to believe in you, and you have to know that there is someone out there that's waiting to love you back. And you know what I say, when you embrace love, love will certainly embrace you back. But you have to believe that it will and know that it will.
Oh, yeah, then we start getting philosophical on the love thing, 'cause we do relationships too. But you have to understand that you have to love yourself first, and you have to know that you are loved. That what you are seeking for, you already have. You just project that, and hopefully someone will recognize it and reflect you back to you. And you're looking for, or what you're looking for is someone who reflects who you really are. So you
Right.
got to be somebody first. So if you want love, project that. If you want a friend, be one. And that's how you get anything in life. You have to first have it before you can get it. That's the dichotomy in the universe. And see, it's two opposites mean the same thing. So how can I get something if I don't have it? You have to realize and understand that you do have it, and it will be shown to you in reality in your life. And that's the way the science of life works. It and it will come to you.
We always say that, and sometimes it's repetitious, but I don't think that because we talk to people all the time, and I have conversations with women, and that's they wonder, well, what am I? What's wrong with me, or what am I doing wrong? And I think one of the things, and that's what we were talking. I was talking to my niece Ashley, and that's one of the things that we talk about is the people need to understand that feeling good about yourself is important. But if you need someone to talk to, that would be neutral, and you need some counseling and some direction, it's nothing wrong with that. And it's a very, very wise person that understands that going for counseling, nothing's wrong with that. That when you can find someone that's neutral and find someone that's easy to talk to, that's a very wise person that understands the real meaning of doing that, and the essence, and how it really and truly kind of opens up things that you might have not even considered, might have not even thought of, and it just gives you sort of a clear path to understand sometimes who you really, really are.
Well, it gives you an idea that you're a very highly intelligent person to seek wise counsel of someone else. And it takes a certain amount of denying of yourself in order to do that, which is where your energy comes from. If you deny yourself and open yourself up to wisdom and to um, the type of information that will help you, it will come to you. But if you go around saying, "Well, I know that," or I don't need to know, I'm grown, I don't need to know all of that," just be still and wait, because eventually someone's going to tell you something you really don't know,
Right.
but you just think you do. But be still, be quiet, and let a person talk, and let the world teach you and give you the things that you really don't know. It'll tell you a lot of things you think you already know, but be still and don't say anything.
And then sometimes you have to be still and listen to God, because God can
But,
definitely direct you. That is always
but
another
that's
way.
who the small voice that's talking to you is,
Oh, yeah.
and it's actually it's you, because people say, well, wherever I am, God is, because it's you. He's inside of you and talks to you and tells you, always tells you the right thing, and gives you wisdom, and tells you the things that you need to hear, not the things you just want to hear. So therefore, be still and listen and wait and trust that what you are looking for is looking for you.
That's very important. And on that note, we're going to play another one of my favorite songs, You Are. I claim that, like I said at my concert. That should be number 3.
You are,
You Are. Another lyrics written by
and
Tamara
truly,
Wells.
you are.
joy, my peace, my love. You are the place my life starts. Yes, you are. You are my inspiration. You are my happy. You are my tears. You are the sugar in my coffee, chocolate in my cake. Yes, you are. Now make no mistake, baby, you are. You are. You are the place my life starts. Yes, you are. You are daybreak news. And baby, with you I know I'll never be blue. You are the color in red. So bold, so bold, yeah. You are, baby, you are the place my life starts. Yes, you are. It has, I really think that that can be the love song of 2019 and definitely a wedding song. We're going to truly promote that song. Anybody you know that's getting married soon, anybody that has an anniversary, anybody that has anything to do with some real love.
That's some heavy lyrics.
Those some lyrics.
The ones
Pam wrote some lyrics.
I like the ones. You are the wet and rain. That's what killed me. And then turned around and said, "You are the hurt and pain." I said, "Go, girl, woo, deep."
And you are the sugar in my coffee, the chocolate in my cake.
Well,
now that's a woman that know how to write some lyrics. That's all I can say. And Reggie was saying, them lyrics they can get they very wordy. I don't care. She told a story in that song, and now you say you can see that that's something that's a song to me that a bride could so graciously march in on. Oh my God! I just
man, that
song.
You think guys can rap? That's a sister rapping heavy hard.
Yeah, that song that song has a message in it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna push that for a wedding song for 2019.
That's just a sample of the songs you're gonna get on the CD when you download it, and when you call CD Baby and get your copy. Get your 2 copies.
Not calling me, you have to go
online and.
Is you
whatever you do? I don't go on. I don't know.
He don't go online. He don't do no download.
High tech challenge.
Yeah.
I don't even like. What you call tweeting anybody? I don't tweet.
You don't tweet.
You don't tweet. I don't go on Twitter. Tweet. No, I don't.
He talking about tweeting. He hardly talks on the phone. Talking about tweeting.
People text you. Cause here's the thing about hack technology: you lose the personal effect. You lose a personal touch that you can actually feel a person and tell them whether or not they're lying or not when they're talking to you. But text, you don't get all that. You can say anything you want to. You don't know how the person feel. They be lying.
Oh, sometimes they try. In Texas, it can be misunderstood, so you have to be careful with that
Most of the time,
but I think the texting, you look at all of that now, you say, wow, that is really a good way to communicate. Wow. And really for somebody that doesn't like to talk on the phone all the time.
Or don't know how to talk. You know.
Right. But the texting can be, it can be like looked at as a convenience for someone that doesn't like to always be on the phone.
That's it. Well, it could be a message when you really can't talk a lot when you're with somebody else, and
or if you're in a meeting or something. And
it's handy. Of course, it has it once if it's properly used. Exactly. All technology has its benefits if it's properly used in this context.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like anything else, it can be misused.
Yeah.
Like, cyberbully, go on there and say things that hurt people's feelings that they didn't even talk to, don't even know,
Yeah.
and put out bad information about them. And all, everything has its ups and downs.
And that is a point there, because sometimes it can be kind of,
If we just be intelligent and adult about the communications, understand that the tongue is the only instrument that gets sharper with use.
yeah,
And you can cut both ways, and you should be careful about what you say. 'Cause once you put something in the universe, it doesn't come back.
that's true.
Be careful what you say. Like they used to say in the Bible, measure your words. Take them out, look at them, and measure them before you speak.
Yeah, because you can't just say something harsh to someone, you can't take it back.
No.
Talk about love. That's what
There
we
you
talk
go.
about always, and the words that you say can be cutting, but then you want to make sure that you always bring something
But
back that
words
can be
can
warm. And
heal.
yes,
Words can
so when you talk
heal.
about cutting, they can be very, very healing and make the soul feel better.
And I want everyone to sound of my voice to understand that that is what your mission is. To the words you say should be healing and welcome to everyone that sees you. When they see you coming, they ought to start smiling because they love to hear what you have to say. They love the way they feel after you leave.
Yes,
That
and they
is
love to see you coming.
so. Therefore, prepare yourself to try to heal somebody or bless somebody today with your words of encouragement, inspiration, of affection, or something that make them feel better. Because when you make them feel better, you feel better.
That's right. Because like we always say, a lot of times what you do it for that person because you care, but then it also helps you too.
Yeah.
It's just fulfilling, because I know whenever I'm able to help someone or do something, it's just to see them be a little bit more relaxed or be a little bit more at peace, or just they feel loved. I think that's very important to me, very
Well,
much so.
eventually people are going to understand that the energy that they put out is very important in the universe. It is
Absolutely.
very, very powerful. You think that you don't matter. You think that what you say doesn't matter. You think that it has no effect. But every utterance, everything you say and mumble has an effect on the universe and on someone else. And eventually it will come back to you. So be careful what you put out because that is what you're going to get back.
Yeah, all you give is all you get. They go right back to my "Here's the light." Those lyrics are
It's a,
awesome too.
it's a cycle of truth. And the
Yeah.
truth it bears repeating. Like Zemrah says, she don't want to be repetitious, but that is the only way to get people to learn is to say the same thing, which is the truth over and over again, because it's not going to change.
Veshinantam in Hebrew.
Right. And since it's the truth, it's not going to change.
Yeah,
It's going
it's
to be the
true.
truth. And then if you lie a lot, then everything you say got to change.
Right, you got to try to
You got to
remember
try to
it.
remember what you said. And
Absolutely.
since my memory is not all that good, I don't do a whole lot of lying because I can't remember what I said. So therefore, to keep me comfortable and keep me relaxed and keep me at peace, I don't do no lying. So I
And
just
it's
tell you,
nothing.
it might hurt your feelings, but I'm gonna tell you the truth because I can't afford to try to remember what I said the last time. So I'm gonna just tell you the truth because the truth is not gonna change. I don't have to remember that; it's automatic.
It
So
is what it
practice that,
is.
telling people the truth, and see how many friends you have. You'll be down to two.
Not necessarily, because you'll be surprised how many people appreciate you being upfront and straight up, and it's nothing
Oh,
like being
there are people on
honest.
the peripheral of your life who will watch you and
Yes.
they will appreciate it, but they won't say anything to you. You won't know who they are until you need them one day, and they will say, "I watch you all your life, and you've always told me the truth. I didn't like it, and the other people didn't like it, but anytime we want to know something, we come to you because we know you're not gonna lie."
Yeah, because that's very important to be straight up. I really believe that.
Right. So if
You
you,
don't hurt people's feelings, but it's always good to be upfront and
well, you can't
honest.
be
And
a
I think in
you
the
can.
long run, people do
I mean,
appreciate
all
that.
of the truth does not have to be said just because you know it. If you know the truth, and if it's going to hurt someone else, then it's not necessary to say it. But if it's going to help them more than hurt them, then it's your duty and it's your responsibility to make them aware of what you have noticed about them, so they can correct it. If you're just talking just to break somebody or just to make them feel bad, then you should keep it to yourself
Absolutely.
because nobody wants to hear it. They already know that something's wrong with them, but you say things in a instructive way to try to make them a better person and make you in the eyes of them as a better person for letting them know about it. So if you are really a friend of person, you don't say anything about behind their back that you would not tell them to their face. So I would not say it. So that's why I don't have to remember anything. So if I tell somebody about somebody else and it gets back to them, they say, "You told so and so so about me." I say, "Oh yeah, I did. I sure did."
But you don't do that anyway, so
But
you
if
know.
it's the truth, you can't argue with me.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's the
But you
truth,
don't do that.
do what?
You don't say that, talk about nobody, and you don't want nobody doing that
I
either.
talk about you like a dog. If it's the truth.
No, but you would do that directly to
No,
them.
yeah, I do it.
I'm
Right.
saying you don't
No,
do it. You don't
I would
talk
tell
about
them,
anybody.
I wouldn't say anything. I would tell them directly to their face. They
Exactly.
can't go around and tell me I said something about them before I told them.
Because I think that's one of the things that I also respect and love about you. You've never done gossip. You don't do
No,
that.
I don't. If you
And you
tell
don't
me
entertain
something
it.
about somebody else, I will ask you point blank. Did you tell them that is the way you feel? Well, no, I just think no. Go tell them first, then come back and tell me.
Yeah,
Because if you haven't told them, don't tell me. Because I don't need the burden of knowing it.
right.
That's not information I need to carry around with me that has no use for me. So why are you telling me?
Yeah,
So that's what most people should do. When someone brings something to you, you
it's
should question
negative.
yourself and ask yourself, why is this person bringing this to me?
Hmm.
Why are you telling me if you're not telling the other
They
person?
referred that at church on Sunday uh, as the
Shade.
Reverend
Shade.
Sadler.
He said he called it shade.
Yeah,
You got shade old people. He
yeah,
said shade come from shady people.
right, right.
Uh,
So that is you know you're right on that. You need to if there's something that you notice, you should directly talk to the person
yeah,
about
but that's
that.
what they say. It makes you feel freer because the truth sets you free.
Hmm.
And you're not trapped with trying to figure out who I'm with. What did I say to the last person? Who friends of theirs that I don't like that I say something about them. Just tell the truth all the time, and it'll set you free. You don't have to worry about that.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's my motto.
All righty, Earl. We're gonna hear another one of my songs from Love Is Possible, and you
Ah,
know it is.
it's a good one.
We played that.
Yeah, right.
Okay. All righty.
Play the whole thing.
My producer said we should play more of Love Is Possible, and that's what we're going to do. Hit it, Earl. Love is possible when you believe that it is. Love is possible when you know that it is. When you feel like there's no hope for love, you can make your dreams come true. If you know just what to do, you just think. Love is possible when you believe that you're free. Love is possible when you embrace it with ease. Everything you want is yours for the asking. Love is possible when you believe that it is. Don't fear it, and don't you doubt. Believe me, you'll get just what you put out. When you know that love is on your mind, love is possible. Love, love is possible. Love. and win. When you know that love is on your mind. Love is possible when you believe it is. Love is possible when you believe that it is. Don't ever give up. I want to thank too. We missed that because we hadn't been here after the concert. But I wanted to thank the lovely Miss Wanda B for such a great interview.
Oh
The
yeah, she
Tuesday
interviewed you,
before our
right?
concert.
Right.
That was really nice. I enjoyed that. And as the producer, one of the producers, and a host herself, that was awesome that she
Wanda's
wanted to
good.
interview.
She's a
Oh,
good
she's
interviewer. She's
awesome.
awesome. She's good.
I love her.
Yeah, she's really
She's
good.
very good. Very good.
Excellent.
So Love is Possible again is the title of my CD, and written by me, lyrics and music. And I think Reggie and Tough, we call him, Multi Jewel, the fourth. I think they put that music together with Slick, wasn't it?
Yeah, they really did a great job on that.
Yeah.
They did wonders on that with the sound effects in the back. Everything was absolutely terrific.
Yeah, so that's my third CD. My first one, of course, was done by, and I don't take anything away because Leroy Edwards, that's my guy, Leroy Edwards Jr. He put my first CD together, Irresistible Zemrah.
Right.
And he did a great job. And then the second was put together by my very irresistible Zemrah by Mr. Sid Brown.
Right.
So I've had some great producers of my music, and very honored and very happy with the outcome. But this CD here is new urban jazz music for me, and I'm doing some sweet stuff on it. Doing What's Going On by Marvin Gaye remix, and then Cruising by Smokey. So that's what we're gonna play next. Let's play Cruising, Earl. I think that's number 5. It's Cruising by Smokey.
Smokey, yeah.
Let's cruise away from here. Don't be confused. The way is clear. And if you want it, you got it forever. This is not a one-night stand, baby. Let the music take your mind. Just release and you will find you're gonna fly away. Glad you're going my way. I love it when we're cruising together. The music is played for love. Cruising is made for love. I love it when we're cruising together. Baby, tonight belongs to us. Everything's right. Do what you must. And inch by inch, we get closer and closer to every little part of each other. Oh, baby. So let the music take your mind. Just release and you will find fun. You're gonna fly away. Glad you're going my way. cruising together. The music is played for love. Cruising is made for love. I love it when we're cruising together. Ooh, yeah. Cruising. Now, what you think of that?
Yeah, I love it. I
I'm
love
telling
it. Smooth cruising. That's the first time done by a female, right? Yes, that's really cruising.
I really think
Smooth, baby. Smooth urban
yeah,
jazz.
yeah. Cruising by Smokey. Now it's by Zemrah. Yeah. I think that turned out
Now we
pretty
really
good.
cruising. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I really like it because, we got some people stepping to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we're gonna have to have us some DJs get some of this music so
Yeah.
some of our steppers can show up and show out.
Yeah, cause we can't quirk anymore. I can't do that. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh man,
They
that
call it,
is
what they call it?
cool.
Call it quirking,
Yeah.
jerking, twerking. Yeah, I can't do it. No, we ain't doing that. So you just do some stepping. I'm good. I'm good
Yeah.
with that. If
So
we-
although we're gonna it's all in love, and so we're gonna talk a little bit, change the tempo a little bit about we are not in Chicago, we're in the suburbs of Chicago, but Lori,
Lightfoot,
yeah,
our new mayor.
yeah, the new mayor was not your mayor, but the reality of it is although we are in the southern suburbs, we still are affected by some of the things that occur in
Well,
Chicago.
Chicago affects the whole East Coast.
Exactly.
So it affects everybody in the surrounding area and other states too
Right.
in the Midwest. So
Right.
what goes on Chicago affects everyone.
Mm.
So the mayor's race turned out the best person won. I guess it doesn't really make a whole big a difference because I haven't heard any candidate. Uh,
Well,
uh,
you can't say it don't make a difference now.
well, statewide or government wide, with any grandiose ideas about changing the political spectrum one way or another.
I think she's gonna make a difference.
Well,
I
I
would
hope
really
so.
like,
I
yeah,
hope so. Hope so.
I think so. And then she's an attorney, and I think she can make some real good moves
So,
that will make sense.
well,
What is your hesitation?
my hesitation is that politicians get into office and
They say what they're going to do all the grandiose
but they
before.
don't say how they're going to do it. When the main thing to do is to change people's minds. I look back at Johnny Coleman. Johnny Coleman went downtown to
Dr. Reverend
Dr.
Johnny
Reverend
Coleman.
Johnny
That's
Coleman went
right.
downtown to talk to the mayor's office about getting some things done out in our neighborhoods. And she said they had to have a board meeting. And everybody at the board meeting, the aldermen of each ward, all of them wanted something. And if you couldn't give them what they wanted, they would not vote for what you wanted. Her thing was very simple. She asked the board members, "What do you want?" Well, I want to fix my library. He said, "Well, what do you want in your neighborhood?" "I want a new park." He said, "How about everybody gets what they want?" He said, "What's wrong with that? We'll get you what you want, and we'll get you what you want. Then I can get what I want. And what's wrong with everybody getting what they want if it betters the neighborhood? So why are you upset? Because in politics, if you get what you want, they automatically assume I can't get what I want, which is this old limited thinking about everything in the universe that is limited.
Absolutely. No, that's true.
That there's a limited amount of good, there's a limited amount of resources, a limited amount of everything, a limited amount of money, kindness, love, everything. There's a limited amount. So if you get yours, I automatically can't get mine because you got it all. And there's no such thing as that. There's enough for everybody to have more than enough, which means overflowing, pressed down, shaken, and running over. You can have more. The planet was built like that. It was created like that for all the wilderness and people and uh, wildlife in the world. They have more than they need without your interference. And you are the same way. This earth was constructed to give you more of everything that you possibly need.
Well, the reality of it is that it
Hey,
doesn't happen. That's why we
but
have people on the street that
well,
are homeless and people
because
that are poor and people that really and truly struggle. You see it every day.
some people have decided that they will take a few people will have the majority of control over more of the resources. That's the problem. You can't have 10% of the people owning and controlling 90% of the wealth. That's
Well,
out of
you see who
that's out
controls
of
and the rules it.
that's out of order.
Yeah, we know
And that's
that.
not right.
Yeah, we
So
know
all you have
that.
to do is get right, and everybody. So if I could promise a billionaire, how about not only would I make you a bigger billionaire, but I'll make you well liked.
But that's what we do. We do it anyway.
Yeah,
Every day working these jobs, and we're making them their pockets full, and ours is still
yeah, but
pretty kind of on the hefty
you
side,
wouldn't.
if you ask me.
But as a millionaire, you wouldn't have to have a gate around your house to keep people out because people will love you. You'll be revered everywhere you went because you gave to the people. You only took what you needed.
Why don't you run for a politician? Maybe things would be different.
Well, they do a
Because
background.
some of the things, because some of the things, and
The
some of the
trouble is, they
things
do a
you,
background check,
yeah,
and once they found out my views on stuff, everybody be in trouble. So I be
well,
winding.
you would probably could make the difference.
I get shot.
Yeah, yeah, right.
But see, if you understood that if you are a billionaire, you don't need to be a billionaire to be rich and famous. You could be a multi-trillion, you could have $900 million. That's all you need. Why would you need to have $18 billion? You can't eat that much. Why would you control that much?
Well, that's
And
what it
they
is.
teach that same philosophy in the lottery. Instead of having $100 million being spread out over 1,000 people, they give it to one individual. It's
Yeah, because that seven what
it's
seven
crazy.
758
It makes no
seven
sense.
hundred $758 million a couple of weeks ago. One person won it,
Yeah,
and
because
in Iowa, wasn't it?
right, and that's greed. That's just flat out greed. So therefore, in our neighborhood, when we had the numbers rackets back in the 30s and 40s, 50s. The numbers racket was a neighborhood lottery system where everybody contributed to it and everybody won every week. It was more than one person won. You win, somebody would win every day. That money kept flowing throughout the community all the time.
I'm gonna write a song about you.
What? Dream on.
Dreaming,
Man. But it
dream
works.
on.
You have to have a bigger picture. You have to have a large vision of what you want for your people. And most politicians don't have that. They go on to win the next election.
Well, I'll say this: if she can control and stop those red light tickets,
Well, that's
because
another.
that's how they affect
But
us.
but
If she
see,
can curtail that and shut that down, that would be major in itself.
but anytime you take money out of the community, you take it away from a person's household, which there's certain things they can't do. How are you going to increase the economy if you're taking money out of people's pocket? You
Yeah,
can't
because
have
that ticket thing is
you can't have an
ridiculous.
economy where the people are poor. I want my people to be rich. I want to have more money than they can spend.
Right.
I want to have money to invest, money to have in the savings, money to have for college, money to work every day, to go out to dinner every night if they want to, go to the show, take their kids out. Not have to worry about you being,
Did you
run out
say
of a
anything
job.
about savings? At least any savings in there?
But that's automatic savings if you're
Well,
gonna.
people don't
But you
always
don't
think
need to save
automatic.
if you got a network where we will leave nobody behind.
But you
We're
always
not
need to
gonna.
save, Ed.
I know.
Don't ever say that you don't need to
Oh, of
save.
course you do. But that's part of the Bible.
Dr.
You should.
Stephanie Coleman told us you should save at least 6 months worth of emergency. Now I'm gonna tell her if she's not listening, I'm gonna tell her you up there. You have to worry about saving. No, you need to learn to save. I think that's very,
Well,
very
you
important.
should have an emergency fund so that when something comes arise unexpected, you can take care of it. That's a responsibility as a man, as a head of household. You should make that happen. I don't care if it's an extra $50 someplace.
Right.
You should have
50
it.
bucks in this day and time
No,
won't take you far,
no,
but
but
it's a
it's
start.
better than zero because I've been down to my last $5.
Now
So
that's a good title of a song. But tell
my
Pam,
last five
write
dollars.
write some lyric song to I'm down to my last
Last
five
time down,
dollars.
it's happened. I was like, man, if I could just get gas money together.
My last, oh, they already got that already. My last $2. I
Yeah,
think they
right.
got the
Yeah,
song out.
not last. But but those are the things we should look out when you stop thinking about just yourself, because the other person is yourself.
Yeah.
They're just another expression of you going through the same thing you're going through. If you look out for them, you're looking out for yourself.
That's why sometimes you kind of broke me of it, but sometimes when I see people on the street, you got to give them a couple of
Ain't nothing
dollars.
wrong with that. You're giving yourself.
Yeah.
It's how you feel about it. You're doing it for yourself. Most of the things we do is for ourselves. We're selfish little people. So, oh no, it's not. Yeah, you doing things because it makes you feel good. You think you do things for that person because it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't do it. If it made you feel bad, you wouldn't do it.
Oh, that makes sense. You ain't gonna do
But I'm
nothing to
just
make
helping
you
this
feel
person out. You
bad.
helping them out because it makes you feel good to do it.
Yeah.
And if it
And
makes
it's
you
the right thing to do, I
right, and if
think,
it
rather
makes you
than
feel
that.
good, do it. Don't do
Yeah.
it because it ain't gonna do nothing with it. Yeah, if you feel good, do it anyway.
Yeah, but I think the most important thing is doing it from your heart, and it does make you feel good. So I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting near that time, and so I want to hear.
And what
I
time is
want them to
that?
hear "I See You,"
Oh,
another one of my songs from my "Love Is Possible." That was written by Pam.
got to get them all in.
When I look in your eyes, I see the depths of your soul. I see your tenderness, your lovely, your sweetness, my darling. I see you when I hold your face in the palm of my hand and slowly pull you close. We kiss so tenderly. That's why I see you. I come alive, for my love for you is true. I see you, my darling, my baby, 'cause I see you. If it's morning down or moonlight night, my love for you shines oh so bright. I'm vulnerable for happiness. That's why I see you, baby. I adore you, need and want you so. Yes, my lovely, my darling, my love. I see you. I see you. Go, Reggie. Reggie, you're doing it on that sax, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the sax. I've had great saxophone players. Um, Greg Thomas of the Funkadelics was there at the concert too. He loved the
Did he?
concert. Him and his wife was there, so that was always a good treat to see Greg. He's another awesome
Sax player.
saxophone player. Yeah, I met him through Crystal. He came
Right.
from L.A. and Crystal said, "Make sure." That's my sister-in-law, Ed's brother's wife. Said, "Make sure that um, you know, hook up with Greg." And he's played for me several times, and it's been a real treat. I just
Mm.
love the sax. It's a great.
Speaks to you.
It really does. It really does. So our time is winding down. We hope that you enjoyed spending some time with us this evening, talking about love is possible, and you know it is.
And you
So just keep
know it is.
believing. Don't doubt that special person that's in your life, or that you're looking to be in your life. Believe and don't doubt that love is real and it's genuine.
All you have to
What we
do.
say is when you embrace it, it will definitely embrace you back. Don't ever forget that. Embrace love, embrace your life, and it will certainly embrace you back. And that is real talk from Zemrah.
And if you're going to embrace life, hug yourself
Yeah.
because you are loved.
Yeah. So we're here every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. here at IntellectualRadio.com. All you have to do is pull up IntellectualRadio.com, put in Here's the Life with Zemrah, and you can always view our segments. Coming up next is nothing.
No, sure.
Nothing this evening. So again, check me out. I'll be on Facebook with some more information linking you to the sites that you can get Love is Possible CD. It's only, yeah, I don't know what's going to be on there, but anyway, for more information on how to get a CD, you can also contact Walter Belt at 312-399-6256.
One more time.
And 312-399-6256. That's Miss Wilda Belt. And let her know that you're interested in getting a CD. If you leave an address or P.O. box number, I'll be glad to mail it to you. And I really, really want you to share this CD. I really do. It's a wonderful, wonderful piece that I think that you'll really, really enjoy. So please check me out. You have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Know again that all things are possible with God. And when you embrace love, it will certainly embrace you back. Here's the life, your life, and remember, love is possible.
And as always, I'd like to thank my man Earl Winfrey for providing this venue for us so that I can be myself again. Thank you, Earl.
That's why I see you. I see you. Baby, I adore you. And I need and want you so. You're my lovely, my sweetness, my darling, that's why I see you. I come alive, for my love for you is true. I see you, my darling, my baby, that's why I see you. That's why I see you. Baby, you know, I see you right there. I see you. I see you. Don't you know it's true?